through our back and creating some mobility through the back body. So really good to help support the back if you have any back problems, but also to prevent injury and to keep it strong throughout any issues that you've got that are maybe chronic, or if you just get the odd niggle here and there or just stiffness after you wake up. All of it's going to help because we need to strengthen through the back as well as stretch it out. So we're going to come into our cat-cow to begin with. So we're going to come round onto all fours and bring the hands shoulder width apart, spread the fingers nice and wide, wrists directly under shoulders, knees and feet hip width apart, knees under hips, toes down against the mat. So pushing through the hands high into the shoulders, draw the tummy muscles in nice and tight. We're going to begin to mobilise through the spine. So take a breath in as you do, belly drops towards the mat. Keep the eye gaze going through the midline and up towards the opposite wall. As you breathe out, draw the tummy muscles in, curl through the spine, arch the back, drop the crown of the head down. So as you breathe in, move forwards, open the chest, lifting the head, push through the hands into the shoulders, exhale, draw the tummy muscles in, curl through the spine, arch the back, drop the crown of the head down. So really focus on moving through the body, manipulating through the spine, but articulating as well. So we're isolating the muscles, so we're not moving the hips back and forth here. We're really keeping the hips stacked over the knees and just moving through the spine. So just isolate those movements and close the eyes now and start to really focus on that movement through the spine. Fill in the lungs with air before you exhale to move to your next breath. Beautiful, just two more here, just really focusing on that movement. We're just allowing the snow of your fluid to flow through the spine to release the tension and create that flexibility through the movements. On this exhale, really curl through the spine, push through the hands high into the shoulders, lengthen all the way through, and then come back to a neutral position. Just rock the hips from side to side, release that up. And we're going to tuck toes under, tummy muscles in. Inhale, come up into your downward dog. Push back and down into the heels. Nice deep stretch all the way through the body. Just find your connection, drop the crown of the head down, deep breaths in, slow breaths out. So we're going to try and hold this strength through the back body here. You can come down onto knees if you need to, but otherwise we're going to take a breath in. We're going to roll forward, so shoulders come over wrists, and then drop the bottom low, take the feet back a bit into your plank position. So make sure you've got that stability through the body. Shoulders still over wrist, tummy muscles in nice and tight, nice length through the back, so we're not dropping down here, bottom's not in the air, we're keeping that nice stability all the way through. We're going to take a deep breath in, strong through the core, exhale, bend into the elbows, chest towards the mat, squeeze through the glutes and push up into your cobra. So squeeze as hard as you can into your glutes. If you need to be on forearms, that's fine. If that's okay for your spine, that's enough. Otherwise, into baby cobra, bending into the elbows nice and deep, or you can come up into full cobra, but don't lock out at the elbows. Make sure they're nice and passive. Squeeze into the glutes to really protect through your lower back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower to the earth. Nice and gently. Release the hands out in front of you, one hand on top of the other, elbows nice and wide, forehead down onto the hand, rock the hips from side to side. So from here we're going to come into our locust. So we're really going to strengthen through the back, and I really want you to focus on activating through the hip and squeezing into the glute to strengthen and support the back. So the foot is literally going to lift up about 1 inch off the floor, so it doesn't even look like you've moved it. Probably you can't even quite see, because a lot of the time when we lift the foot up off the floor, we're here, it's too high, we need it completely in line with our hip. So literally just 1 inch off the floor. So we're going to take a deep breath in, squeeze into the glutes. As you exhale, pick that right foot up off the floor just about an inch and then push into the toes. So push the toes towards that opposite wall and then activate the hip. So draw the hip up. So as you do that, you'll feel that down through the piriformis muscle into the glute and down through the side of the thigh. Deep breaths in, slow breaths out. We're going to take a breath in here. Exhale, release that leg back down. Just release the hips for a second, then bend into that knee. Draw that right hand outside that foot onto the ankle. If you need to just hold onto leggings, you can. We're going to come into our half bow. Take a breath in, squeeze into the glutes, flex into the foot. Exhale, push the foot towards the sky. Try and lift the knee off the floor. Forehead stays down. Deep breaths in. Slow breaths out. Keep squeezing into the glutes, squeeze into the thigh. And exhale, lower. Release that leg all the way down. And then rock from side to side. One hand on top of the other. Take a deep breath in, squeeze into the glutes. Exhale, pick that left foot up an inch off the floor, push into the toes, activate through the hip, lengthen all the way through the body. Keep breathing, keep lengthening, keep that activation. Deep breath in. Exhale, release the leg down, release the hips, rock from side to side. Then take a breath in, bend into that left knee, flex into the foot. Draw that left hand round to hold onto that ankle or onto the leggings. Take a breath in. Squeeze into the glute, flex into the foot. Exhale, push the foot to the sky. Lengthen all the way through. You can use a strap on these half bow positions as well if you need to, around the front of the foot, so that you've got a bit more support. You can hold the straps over one shoulder, the same shoulder that the leg is, so that we're not putting pressure through the shoulder blades. One more breath in. Exhale, bring the knee back down, and then we're going to release that other hand. We're going to bend into both knees now. Grab hold of both ankles if you can. If not, you're going to do one and then the other again. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Take a deep breath in, squeeze into the glutes, flex into the feet. As you exhale, you're going to push your feet towards the sky. Begin to lift the thighs up, and if you can, lift the chest, and eye gaze comes to that opposite wall. If that's too much for you, just do one leg and then the other, or keep the forehead down and just lift the thighs up off the floor slightly. So you find your comfort in this position here. Deep breaths in, slow breaths out. Really beautiful stretch for the back, really strengthens through the back. One more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower, releasing the feet. Bringing the hands back under the head, elbows nice and wide. Rock the hips from side to side. And then come back to our locust. We're going to bring both feet up off the floor. And we're going to bring the chest if you can, but the forehead stays on the hands. So take a breath in, squeeze into the glutes. Exhale, put the feet up off the floor about an inch. Push into the toes. Tummy muscles in nice and tight. If you want to, you can lift up through the torso, but forehead stays on the hands. So eye gaze is down to the floor. Elbows wide, down into the back. Keep breathing. Keep the tummy muscles drawn in. One more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly release to the earth, release the muscles, rock the hips from side to side. Just really, really push each hip down into the floor and let it go. Beautiful. Okay, so from there, you're going to bring your hands around either side of the body. You're going to inhale, push up onto all fours. So draw the knees in under the hips, and then we're going to take them nice and wide. So I'm going to turn this way so you can see. I'm going to take the knees as wide as is comfortable for you into frog pose, and then bring the ankles in line with the knees and flex into the feet so that you've got that right angle from the knees down. And then you're going to come down onto your forearms and then clasp the hands into a fist. And then just breathe here. So we're pushing into the hips, we're strengthening through the back. So we're in this position here. So you might need to go sideways just so you've got some support on the knees, because floors are quite hard. Draw the tummy muscles in quite tight. Just breathe here. Just lengthen through the back. Deep breaths in, slow breaths out. And then draw those tummy muscles in nice and tight. You're just going to take the eye gaze forward. So as you lift through the head slightly, you'll feel that start to pull down through the ribs into the lower back. And then bring the eye gaze down to the fists. Breathe in, looking forwards. Breathe out, bring the forehead down. One more time, breathe in. Exhale, slowly bring the head back down. And then we're going to release the hands, bring the big toes together. You might want to bring the knees in slightly. And then push the bottom back towards the heels, releasing down into child's pose, stretch that out. Lengthen all the way through the back body. If you need to bring knees together and you want to bring the chest down over the legs, that's absolutely fine. You just find your comfort there. Deep breaths in. Slow breaths out. With each breath out, release deeply into the chest, into the shoulders, the neck and head. Just let everything drop down onto the earth. Beautiful. One more deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. And then draw the hands in slightly, so we're still on forearms. Elbows grounded down into the earth. If the knees are wide, we're going to take a breath in and push back up onto the knees to bring them back under the hips, toes down. And then just release down into puppy pose to take that deeper stretch through the back body. So strengthening and stretching through the back to really get that connection to a deepened strength from within. Keep the tummy muscles drawn in, keep lengthening through the back body. Releasing the chest, shoulders, neck and head down to the earth. One more time, breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Okay, so from there, I'm going to take a breath in and gently begin to walk the hands in towards the knees and slowly sit back onto the heels into hero pose. So if you do need a cushion or a block underneath your bottom here to lift up a little bit more, that's fine. You can do that, and if you want more through the legs, you can release the legs either side and bring the bottom down onto the earth. So it depends on how you feel through your body today. You just find your comfort. So lengthen through your body, draw the tummy muscles in, lifting up through the spine, relax the shoulders back and down. Inhale the arms around the back body and bring the palms into the small of your back. Take a breath in, open up through the chest, exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades back and down. So we're pushing the chest forward, we're just arching through the back. Deep breaths in, slow breaths out. Beautiful, one more breath in. Exhale, slowly release. We're just going to curl through the spine to reverse that flexion, just bringing the hands around onto the thighs. And just gently hunch the shoulders forward, just to reverse that flexion, drop the crown of the head down, take a breath in. Let it go. Beautiful. Roll back up through the spine and then slowly come round onto your bottom and gently down onto your back. So nice and slow, all the way through, down onto the mat. So just make sure the spine's nice and long here. I'm going to bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees drop out to the side into your reclined butterfly. So allow the back body to just relax. Lengthen through the spine. So we're going to release the tension through the glutes, but we're going to take some glute lifts here. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in and squeeze into the glutes. As you exhale, you're picking your hips up off the floor, so your bottom's up off the floor, so you've got that gap here. Ground the hands down. Just close your eyes here and rest your tongue on the roof of your mouth and just release in through the hips. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly lower your bottom back down to the earth. As your bottom touches, you're going to take a breath in, squeeze into the glutes, and as you exhale, pick the hips back up. Breathe. One more breath in. Exhale, slowly lower your bottom back down. And then we're going to do that a little bit faster. So take a breath in, squeeze into the glutes. Exhale, pick the hips up. Inhale, place the bottom back down. Exhale, pick the hips back up. So we're almost thrusting the hips forwards, squeezing through the glutes to connect to the hip flexors, connecting through the glutes and in through the lower back. So we're just going to do 5 more here, breathing in as you lower. Breathing out as you lift. And when you get to your last one, whenever that is, take your time. We're going to hold it up there. Draw the tummy muscles in tight, hips nice and square, and let the knees drop out to the sides. Pushing the soles of the feet together, just strengthening through the back, neck nice and long. Take a breath in, squeeze as hard as you can into the glutes and thighs. And as you exhale, we're going to slowly lower back down. And then draw the knees in towards each other. Just bring the feet to hip width and windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Just allow that release there. And let it go. Beautiful. Okay, so from here, you're going to keep the knees bent and bring the feet hip width apart. We're going to bring the hands under the bottom and we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together. So a half supported fish pose. Draw the tummy muscles in, take a breath, squeeze into the glutes. Exhale, push the chest forwards. So you might not feel like you're doing anything, just pushing the chest forwards. But you can stay there or you can lift up so that your crown of your head is down onto the earth if you want a bit more of a stretch through the back. Otherwise, head nice and long and just squeeze into the glutes, opening up through the chest there. Right, I'm going to be here for a second. Take a breath in. Exhale, slide the legs out long now, legs together, feet together, push into the toes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, push the chest higher so you can come onto the forearms now. And you can open up through the chest a little more. And you can also tip the head back and bring it down to the earth or onto a block. But keep squeezing through the glutes wherever you are, opening the chest, finding your connection through your fish pose. Nice, deep, beautiful stretch all the way through the body. Lovely, one more deep breath in. If the head's back, bring it back to neutral, and then we're going to roll down through the spine, nice and slow, just one vertebrae at a time. And then release the hands from underneath, rock the hips from side to side, and let that go. And then inhale the arms up and over the head, and just take a nice deep stretch all the way through the centre of the spine, just lengthen all the way through. And let's just relax the spine down into the earth. So just take the feet a little wider. Gently inhale the arms back up and over and just rest the hands either onto your belly or you can bring them wide of your body, palms to the sky. And just allow the spine to release. So focus each inward breath down through the body. And each outward breath. Just allow the stillness to come through as you support your spine and back. And allow yourself to rest. Namaste.